Hey everyone, it's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's pick a card reading. So in this video we're going to be looking at what's going on for your physical health. So what things are physically manifesting within your own body. This could be bringing up things that are going on around your life that are causing these physical issues you might be suffering with. But if you are feeling healthy and good within yourself, this might just be giving you a little bit of a heads up as maybe what's to come, maybe parts of yourself that you need to look after more so you're able to prevent any issues from occurring physically. Okay, so we have group number 1, 2, and then 3. So go ahead and make your choice. Feel free to pause the video here if you like and just take some time to relax. And then once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the timestamps for your chosen pile. Okay, so let's get started with group number 1. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 1, let's see what's going on with your physical health at this time. Okay, so we have Flamingo, Unity Heart. You are being called to work on collective healing. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Daughter Spirit in reverse. And then the 6th chakra. Okay. So, for some of you, the first card that came out, this is going to be about your heart, your circulatory system. So, I'm also feeling like nervous energy coming through here. So, there might be something going on within your nervous system or, as I said, your circulatory system. So, there could be a blockage, an energetic blockage that's causing some issues here. There could be something going on with your heart chakra, because I do get the sense of thinking about the past. You know, worrying about what happened, going through these traumas or past wounds, okay? And I feel like there's a part of you that hasn't quite dealt with that yet. But I'm also feeling with the 6th chakra energy that there could be some issues going on within your crown chakra or your 3rd eye. So you may be suffering with headaches, tension, blurry vision. So there could be something going on within that realm also here. But I do sense that you're going through some kind of awakening here, whether that's in a spiritual sense or whether this is waking up to your health issues or thinking about how you can move forwards and make yourself feel better in your life, making healthier choices for yourself. So I'm also getting something going on with the legs here. So maybe your legs have been in pain lately. Okay, there's definitely something going on here. So I'm going to see what else is coming through now for you. Actually, I'm just going to grab my little tarot deck here. Should give us a bit more clarity about what's going on. Okay. What's going on with your health, group 1, physical health? Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Jack of Pentacles, or Page, if you like, 8 of Wands, okay, and then 9 of Pentacles as well in reverse. Yes, so there could be something going on within your root chakra. There's a feeling of instability and insecurity here. So you could have been in a codependent relationship. You may still be in that place, whether you depend on someone or something for financial stability and security. But this could also be the security within your own self, feeling confident, feeling safe in your own home, feeling safe in your career, feeling safe in your relationship, okay? So there is that feeling of not being sure. With this 3 of Swords energy, this is heartbreak, pain, and betrayal here. So I am getting the sense that this is more so, I feel like this is more so past, but for some of you, of course, this could be what's going on for you at this moment here. But I do feel like this is more so for a lot of you, this is some past energy with that South Nodal energy. So it might also be something to check where the South Node falls within your natal chart, which sign it falls in, which house system it falls in, and where it's transiting. as well at this moment, because that may give you a bit of a clue or an indication as to what's going on for you, where these wounds are buried very deeply, especially in past life connections. So that might be something that you could do a little bit of research on, which might give you some indicators as to what's going on physically for you. But I definitely see a lot going on with either money, so it's either money or, as I said, your own security within yourself, because we've got so much pentacle energy here, which is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could identify with one of those signs. You could have prominent placements of those signs, your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars or Mercury, or possibly your South or North Node within one of those earth signs there. And I also get the sense of moving very quickly, moving too fast. So you could have been running around, not really giving yourself much time or space to actually be on your own and to take some time out, because I'm getting the sense of being very close to animals, and maybe animals are very close to your heart, or you've got lots of pets, or you work with animals in your career or something. But I do get the sense of being able to get closer to nature, which is going to help to ground you, because that's what you need when the root chakra is out of balance. I do feel like you're a very intuitive being, and I think the sixth chakra seems to be working very well here. So your intuition is working well, but you may not also, you might have a block within your crown chakra. So the messages receiving from spirit or from higher source may be blocked in some way. So this could be then be causing you manifestations physically within your mind, like I said, with that pain within, if you're suffering with tension, headaches, okay? Stress is one of the worst things that we can go through as humans, the way that it will negatively impact our physical bodies and negatively impact our emotional and our mental space, okay? Our soul. It's like drinking poison when you're stressed. So I always say the best thing that you can do is to lower your stress levels, whatever that may be for you. For some of you, it might be letting go of some responsibilities, something that you may feel is necessary, but if you really break it down, how necessary is it, okay? That you either get this done at the speed in which you want to, or at all, you know? Is there something you could cut back on a little, or even just simply having a break from something? You know, you don't have to do everything all at once. So I get the sense that there's a lot going on for you. There's a heavy burdens on your shoulders, and you're trying to carry a lot, okay? So you could also be a parent or someone who is quite high up in what they do, and you have to delegate a lot of things, or you need to delegate more, because I get the sense that you feel like you can do it better, if that makes sense. Like, I know what I'm doing, so it's just better if I get it done. Or if it might be something like cleaning around the house, and I'd rather do it myself because then it gets done properly. But I feel that there's a sense that you need to let others help you a little bit more, okay? And it's not a weakness to let others help you, because you're more than capable of doing all of these things. You can continue doing these things, but however, you're going to end up burning out if you don't take a rest. And you can look at it in a selfless way as well, by saying, you know, I want to be able to help people, so I'm going to push myself. I don't care if I get ill, because I want to be able to help the people that I care about, or within my industry that I work in, I just like to be able to help and be there and be of service to others. But if your physical health is not there and you burn out, you can't help anybody. Okay, so you have to look after yourself before you can look after others. So taking a bit of time out for yourself and having more self-love and care for yourself would definitely be more beneficial to you. And I do feel like there is something that you need to let go of here, something that has been plaguing you within your mind, that you keep ruminating and going back over and over and over again, and it's not healthy and it's not helping you to ruminate in a negative headspace. So if you're able to try to let some of these things go, but at the same time you need to process these deep emotions and wounds that you've suffered. So whether that is by speaking to somebody that you care about how you truly feel, not having to mask everything or pretend you're fine, just actually letting it go for a minute and being vulnerable. And then once you feel you've expressed yourself, you can then go back to, you know, appearing like everything's fine, but you probably will feel like everything's fine once you've actually processed it. And if you don't feel like speaking to anybody about it, maybe write it down, or express yourself in a creative way, paint something, draw something, play some music, or listen to some music, and really feel your emotions and understand this pain. And just don't hide it, don't push it down, just feel it. You've got to feel it to heal it. So feel it, and then you can release it. But just really make sure that you've definitely processed these things, because I feel like they definitely come back and plague you, and this is what then causes physical issues, okay? So I'm just going to see what else is coming through here. So we just had success. We have stillness. And oh wow, yeah, so we have the first house. So I would definitely say for you, pile one, that the physical health has definitely been on your mind, and I think that either you're feeling it now or you are about to if you're not careful. So you could take this as a warning now. If you're feeling good but you still felt drawn to watch this video, then this could just be a warning that you need to slow down. Otherwise, there will start being issues within your heart. You could actually start having some palpitations, which I feel are stemming from that anxiety. Again, there's so much going on in your mind, which I feel I'm just seeing like a black energy around your head, and it is definitely clouding your judgment, and it is blocking you from being able to feel better about yourself. And it's almost like the universe will give you warning signs, and will give you gentle warning signs. So when you feel some kind of a pain, wherever that might be, even if it's very subtle, that is the universe saying, okay, there's something going on here that you need to address. If you don't address it, the pain is going to get worse, and it's going to get worse and worse until it becomes so bad that you're not able to function at your normal pace in your normal life. You're not able to do the things that you enjoy. And that will then force you to reevaluate what's going on within yourself, reevaluate your health and wellness, and how your fitness routine, how you take care of yourself, how you take care of others as well. So if you're able to take a break before you get into a physical pain, because it's much harder to heal something than to prevent. Prevention is key. So for those of you who are feeling good, this is your warning to just take some time to rest. Success is coming to you because you've put in that hard work, okay? If this is about your career, there's so much pentacle energy here, as I said. So this is about working very hard, feeling secure financially. So if that's something that's been on your mind, I don't feel like that's something you're going to have to worry about long term, okay? You are able to slow down. And as I said, financially, it may be better, because if you keep going and then you burn out, you'll have to take more time off, and you'll have to take less money in. So if you can value your health and take some time off now, then in the long run, it's going to be much better for you. But of course, for those of you that are already dealing with these physical pains, then certainly relax, make sure that you are resting as much as you can, deal with these emotional problems that you may be suffering with, or really dig deep and notice which side of the body that you're feeling it in as well. If you're feeling it in the left side, that's the masculine side. If you're feeling it in the left side, that is the feminine side. So if you're feeling certain pains within the masculine side of your body, it could be telling you that you need to slow down, stop taking so much action, okay? And then of course vice versa, if you're feeling it in the left side of yourself, it could be that you need to take more action, okay? You can reverse those as well, because sometimes you need to, your body could be saying you need to move forwards here, or that you need to stand back. But that's only something that you will know, and depending on where you're feeling the pain. But I'm getting the sense it's kind of either central. Like I said, if it's in your mind, if it's in your head, if you're having those physical pains in your head, or you could even have these shooting pains, I feel like, going down both sides of the body at times. So, that is all about what's going on for you right in the center, in a depolarized position. So it could also be some repressed energy of things that you want to say, things that you want to do, and you're feeling held back, and your body is telling you that you have the capabilities to do it, but you just need to take some time to be still, take time to meditate. And the fact that we have the first house come through here, that's what's interesting to me. It's because it's the house originally ruled by Aries, and Aries rules, one guess, the head. Okay, so I'd be flabbergasted if you're not suffering with headaches or something going on in the head. And like I said, if it's not physical headaches, it could be mental sort of headaches, stress headaches, okay? Things that you're thinking about, and then, that's then causing other issues further on down the body, okay? So, but that's also something that you might want to check your chart and see where Aries falls, okay? Because the traditional rule of the first house is Aries, but it depends on the time that you were born. Whatever your rising sign is, that's where your first house is, okay? So if your first house is in Scorpio, Okay, so that means your rising sign will be Scorpio, and your ruling planet would also be Mars in traditional astrology, but in Western modern astrology it would be Pluto. So even checking those two planets, maybe seeing they could be transiting through that house, they could be aspecting that house and causing some tension with squares or opposition. So that could be something that you could take a look into if you want more clarity. But yes, definitely almost what I'm seeing for you guys is look after your mind first, look after your head, and everything will then start to balance out, because you've got the physical work there, but these emotional wounds or mental wounds and afflictions need to be addressed here in order for you to be able to move forwards and get that success that you are dreaming of and wishing for. Okay, so I do hope that this resonated for you, and if it did, please let me know down in the comments below, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this pick a card reading today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 2, let's see what's going on with your health. Okay, so we have High Priest, intend and create. Emotions are running high, supermoon. Action. The second chakra in reverse. Chameleon, soul tribe, it is safe to be seen. Okay, so for you, group number 2, immediately I'm actually starting to feel a little bit sick here. So I'm not sure if that's something that you're experiencing right now as a physical symptom, feeling nauseous, feeling sick, but I'm getting things going on with the stomach for you guys. Definitely things going on within your digestive system. So for some of you, might be suffering with things going on in your digestive system. I also see something with the hands and maybe the arms here as well. So there may be some kind of suffering within your hands. Maybe you've been doing a little bit too much. But definitely the stomach and the hands and the arms are what I'm picking up on. But the stomach more so acutely is what I'm feeling, especially with this sacral chakra in reverse. So the sacral chakra represents your emotional body, your sexuality and your creativity. So there could be something going on there, because I also feel there's definitely a creative energy coming through from this reading, group 2. So I feel like you are definitely the creators of this reading, and I do feel you've got a very acute, keen sense of intuition. And so you may be someone, you could be a tarot reader, a fellow tarot reader, or you could be into divination, but you could also be an artist or a writer, or a sculptor, or I don't know, there's lots of creative endeavors that are coming through from this reading. So, but it might be that you've been doing too much. You could be a musician as well, so that might be where you're suffering things with the hands or the arms. There could be some strain, some RSI, repetitive strain or stress injury. There could be something going on there, because with that action energy, it's like there's been a sense of doing too much, going way too fast, and not giving yourself some time to rest. Okay, but the fact that we have emotions are high here as well, that there's something going on within your emotional body, and whether that's a block and you're pushing everything down and you're not acknowledging that emotional side of yourself enough. Okay, or it could be that your emotions are in overdrive, and maybe you're feeling very emotional about everything, and you're finding it hard to find the balance within yourself here. Okay, and I'm also sensing a lack of confidence to be able to move forwards in some way. It's like you have all of that energy to move forwards, but something is kind of trying to warn you here. And again, it could be back to what's going on with the stomach. So, in a physical sense, you might not be drinking enough water, okay, because the sacral chakra represents water within the body. And, ways to help realign that is to drink more water and to get closer to water. If you're able to get close to a body of water, the sea or a lake or a river. If you're not able to get close to a body of water, having a long bath or a shower, but really taking the time to enjoy the sense of being in the water, not just showering and bathing just for the sake of getting clean, which of course is necessary, but just actually experiencing the water, being more present with the water, almost seeing as the water, if it comes out of the shower, imagine that the water is beaming this white light down into you, and it's a healing white light. So imagine that as the water then touches every part of your skin and your body, it is helping to heal you in an emotional way. So that could certainly be something that would be more helpful to you. So you could be having some irregular bowel movements going on, or something going on within your stomach. But it could also be things that are attached, the intestines or the spleen. There could be something going on there as well. But you might not, again, be even focusing on that. This could be where if you feel nervous, you could be somebody that exhibits all of those physical symptoms within your stomach, and you may just feel like there's a knot in your stomach. Okay, so it might not even be manifesting as physical pain, but there's like a heaviness in the stomach area is what I'm sensing for you. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through for you. Okay, King of Pentacles. Okay, the Justice card of Libra. Eight of Hearts or Eight of Cups. Nine of Clubs or Nine of Wands. Two of Wands. Okay. So there is a sense of feeling indecisive about something. So it's either being indecisive or it's having two different things, having too many balls up in the air. Okay, so for some of you, this could be about your creative endeavors. You have too many creative projects going on at one time you're not able to give your full attention to. It could be two different jobs. For some of you, it could be two different people in your life that you're struggling to decide between. Or two different life paths, a journey that you're willing to take, but you're not sure which road to go down. Okay, but there's definitely this level of indecisiveness, and that could be one of the causes here of what's going on within your stomach area. Okay, or within your arms and hands, like I said. I do feel that you are definitely somebody with, as I said, a lot of energy, and you always push forwards, even when you are absolutely shattered. You don't give yourself enough time to relax. So I'm not feeling like you sleep very well. You might be having really vivid dreams as well at the moment, which may be keeping you awake. So that could be an issue for you. I just feel this sense of you being just overall quite depleted. Like you're not taking care of yourself as well as you know you could be and should be. So you're either not getting enough sleep, not drinking enough water, not quite eating the right things, not exercising specifically, for yourself. But like I said, I feel like you're running around constantly. So it's like you're not necessarily unfit. I feel like normally you could be quite a healthy person, and you, like I said, you're quite active within your own life, but I don't always see the dedication specifically to your own health. Like I said, you might be running around after other people, or running around and cleaning, tidying all the time, or running towards running errands and working, which is of course staying active, but then it's not dedicating that specific time to your own personal fitness and health goals. That's just moving for the sake of moving, which is better than just being sedentary all the time, of course. But there needs to be a balance here. There needs to be a time where you're able to relax a little bit more, because you're never going to be this person that just sits around. You're certainly not a lazy group two. You have a lot of drive and ambition in your life, and you hate to have to relax. I'm sensing like you're not good with just sort of relaxing and chilling at times. It's like even when you are chilling, I feel like you're most of the time trying to do something else. You're on your phone, or you're researching something, or you're texting, or you're doing some form of art or divination possibly when you're in that state of trying to relax. But I feel like you guys need to find that place where you can just relax without doing anything else. And meditation would be excellent to help you with that. The more you meditate, I know it's said so many times, meditation, and I say it a lot, but I wouldn't say it if it didn't work. Okay, and I am proof in the pudding right here, because I used to be this way, and I can still be this way too at times. No one's perfect, and not every day is perfect, but I can tell you, the more that I've meditated over the years, it makes me feel more present. It makes me more self-aware of what I'm doing, the things that I'm putting in my body, how I'm feeling about certain things, what I'm saying, what I'm doing, and just thinking more so presently rather than being anxious, thinking about the future, or feeling low and thinking about the past. For you guys, I don't see much rumination as much in the past. I feel there's more of a sense of the future. And sometimes you push too far forwards and you're not quite able to just be present in the now. Okay, so you could have Libra, rising, sun, moon, Venus, Mars, or Mercury as well, because that's the most dominant sign that I would say has come through here, as well as Scorpio, I would say, with that high priest energy, but Pisces as well, or any of the water signs would say with the most psychic of all signs. But you'll have this planet, you'll have the signs within your chart somewhere. It's just depending on which house system they're in as to how you will use those gifts, okay? So I do feel there could be something going on as well with legal issues for some of you. There could be legal documents or matters that you're having to work through and sign. So that could be causing you some physical stress within your body. For others of you, it's Libra energy, which is ruled by Venus, and that's the relationship planet as well. So there could be something going on within a relationship, you getting into a new relationship, or if you are in a relationship currently and things don't feel quite fair or balanced, then I feel like that's something that needs to happen, or something that is about to happen for you, because I feel like this is restoring that equality within your life. And I think that's just overall for you, group one, is just restoring the equality and the fairness and the balance within your life. So you can still be active, you can still do all the things you want to do, but you may need to break things up into smaller chunks, okay? Because you might be getting into a bit of an obsessive energy where you're really overly focused on one thing, and then that could cause you physical problems. Whereas, you know, maybe spending, if you're able to, of course, spending 15 minutes on one project and then having a break, moving on to something else, spending 15 minutes on another project, then having a break and moving on to something else. Like I said, because for those of you, for most of you, I'm feeling like you have your hands and fingers in many pies, okay? But for those of you, of course, that's not the case for, then I feel that still having breaks, even if it's one project, but you might be spending a lot of energy on, which is great, but make sure you're just taking those little breaks, because that will stop any potential RSI from happening, repetitive strain injury. If you're sitting in the same position doing the exact same thing constantly, then your body is going to start seizing up if you're not stretching and moving about in between. So that's something that's really important that I feel for you guys that you need to do, regardless how many different projects you have. Just make sure that you are taking regular breaks and, you know, not rushing. You don't need to rush with everything. You are okay to just slow it down a little bit sometimes. Okay, let's see lastly what else we've got coming through for you. Okay, so we have speak your truth, break through, karmic. Okay, so for some of you, you could feel stifled in your words and actions. You may have certain beliefs. You might want to explain something. You might want to be more honest about either your feelings to someone or just in your life about what you really want. Just almost speaking your truth to yourself is what I'm seeing here. So the fact that that's come out as well, for some of you there could be some manifestations going on within your throat area, because that's throat chakra energy, okay? So there could be a block going on within your throat chakra. So for some of you, you might be suffering with a sore throat or something going on with the esophagus or the lungs, quite possibly. But that isn't the instant energy that I was picking up on. But the fact that that's come out, I just thought I'd let you know that that could be something as well. But this is definitely something I feel like you need to do, and it's something that is going to have karmic consequences, you know, whether you do or you don't. So again, if there's something that you feel you need to voice, then either voice it to that person, okay? No holds barred, just lay it out, and at least you can have some sort of closure and you're able to move on. But when things are left unsaid, it's hard to find that closure. And I don't believe that anybody can give you closure. I only believe that you can give it to yourself, okay? So, but I do feel like sometimes if you're in this energy of do I, don't I, should I say this, should I not? And this could be what you're debating about. Should I say it, should I not? If this is to a person, I'll say, you know, a relationship person, a friendship or a family member, something you've been wanting to say, then, you know, go with your gut feeling, take the time that you need, but even just write it all out, you know, in a letter or on your notes app or something. Just write it all out, what you would want to say, and then sleep on it. Give yourself some time to think about it. Do you want to say that? And are you willing to accept the consequences of what you're saying? Whether that is that you will no longer see this person, or that there could be a potential conflict that arises from it, okay? Or they could reject you. Whatever it may be, just accept that that is possibly what could happen and what could come from it. But you may feel better in the end, just saying, actually, I would just rather know, even if it's the answer I don't want to hear, I'd rather just say it like it is, and I'd rather know the truth so I can then move on, because it's painful being in a place of instability and not being sure. You know, that's one of the most stressful things. And as I was saying earlier, You know, stress is one of the biggest things that can cause us physical pain, and it's the biggest killer, in my opinion, and in many other people's opinions. The way that it then physically manifests within the body, creates cancers, creates all sorts of awful things. But it's your body's way of warning you that something is wrong. So it's something, if you're able to speak up, then it might actually help if you are going through these physical problems. But also, and I will say with all the readings and physical things, if you're feeling okay at the moment in your physical body, but you still felt drawn to watch this reading, then this is a warning for you that these issues could start arising if you don't make any changes now. So this is something that you have control over, and you're able to take control of this situation and your own health. So, you know, if you carry on going the way that you're going, then you might have to then slow down because of physical things that start happening. Okay, so at least this is something that you're aware of. But if it's something you're already suffering with physical pains, of course, then just know that this is all happening for a reason, because this is karmic. Okay, this is karmic destiny. So whether you were supposed to learn something about your health and fitness, your own body, learning about your own intuition, being able to let something go, letting someone go, letting your truth be known, you know, whatever is causing that almost poison within the body, especially if it's repressed feelings or thoughts, you know, things that you are keeping to yourself, then it's almost like I see you kind of screaming within yourself, wanting to say something or wanting to be seen and heard, but being too afraid of the consequences and the outcome of it, okay? But I do feel like you are about to go through some kind of a breakthrough. And if you're able to find that confidence within yourself to speak up, then you will break through. You know, this is almost the universe testing you, I feel like, okay? And testing you to learn more about yourself, learn more about your health. And, you know, I can speak from personal experience. As soon as you start tapping into that, when you notice a pain, the instant you notice a pain, just notice it without judgment. Just notice the pain, okay? And try to be present with it. And also then you can say, I let this pain go. Because I will tell you, if the pain is, it could be, if you're very intuitive, which I feel like you are, you could be picking up pains from other people around you as well, if you're not protecting your energy enough, okay? And if that is the case, acknowledge the pain and say, if this is someone else's, it'll go. It will go. If this is not my pain I'm actually experiencing within my body, you know, if this is someone else's that's coming through that I'm picking up on, it'll go, and it'll go quite quickly. So that's always something to note. However, because if it's something within your own body that needs fixing, then it won't go away and it'll just get worse. Okay, so that's always something that I find quite helpful. If you're an intuitive person and you pick up on other people's energies, it's always interesting to note that. And I've had that many times where I felt either something coming on, I felt certain headaches or things like that. And then, you know, once I say that to myself, that is this someone else's, let it go. And a lot of the time it will just kind of disappear. It may not disappear straight away. It may take a few hours, but it certainly doesn't linger for days on end like it could do if it's something within yourself. Whereas if you're feeling physical pains within yourself, that is your body saying, slow down, let's work out what's going on here. So definitely I feel like you need to look after yourself, take some time to relax and speak your truth. And I feel like these physical problems within yourself will start to work themselves out in a more positive way. Okay, so I do hope that this resonated for you, and if it did, please let me know down in the comments below, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 3, let's see what's going on with your physical health. Okay, so we have first, daughter value in reverse. We have snake, kundalini rising. Channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transformation. Oh my God, high priestess. This did come out in one of the other readings, which I won't give away. Well, it wasn't actually this, but it was the male version of this. But very interesting. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. And it's funny, we've not had one astrological sign moonology card today. Very interesting. And then the world upside down. Okay, so instantly what I'm picking up is I'm seeing something going on with the neck or the throat. So for some of you, you might be holding some tension in your neck and then your shoulders, or there could be some issues with your throat, your lungs. You know, you might have a sore throat, or you might have sort of an illness that affects the respiratory system in some way. But I definitely also see like the nervous system. So you could be suffering with a pinched nerve, quite possibly. And It could be referred pain as well. If you might be experiencing pain within your hands, but it could be stemming from a place in your neck. You know, that's something I've experienced personally myself. So there could be some issues going on there for you, but it could be anywhere within the body that you're feeling a pain. And so I am getting the sense that it is a referred pain from somewhere else. So it might be interesting to note exactly where you're feeling that pain, and then to almost look at a picture of the human body, and then see, you know, where the nerves are traveling from. Okay, how many different nerves you've got going through that particular area, where the source of that nerve starts and where it ends, because that may help to give you a little bit of an indicator or a clue as to what's going on there. But of course, I'm no medical professional, so always seek advice. So yeah, so that's what I'm feeling for some of you here, but there's definitely more going on. But I feel I'm seeing there's a column here. So something going on within the central area of the body. It could be the central nervous system. Okay, so that could be something going on there for you. Okay, but I'm going to see what else is coming through here, because this isn't as clear, I would say, as some of the others. But I will say that with that daughter value energy being reversed, that there could be something going on within your root chakra. Okay, either not feeling safe financially or secure, or feeling safe in your home, or just safe in yourself, not feeling very confident, or you could be worried about the future or worried about your current situation at this moment, which could be causing, excuse me, some physical pains too. Oh, so I just felt like, I don't know, something going on there within my stomach and then my throat. So for some of you, there could be issues with the stomach as well here. But yeah, with this Three of Wands energy, I get the sense of wanting to travel, okay? Either wanting to travel far or to learn something new. So could be something going on there. Okay, Ten of Hearts. Okay, Jack of Hearts. Wow, Nine of Hearts. That's a lot of hearts today. Okay, Seven of Clubs. Okay, so we've got fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then we've got lots of water energy as well, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, so you could resonate with those signs. Okay. But this speaks to me of the energy of somebody wanting to be friends or being very friendly. I don't know. I'm getting the sense that your heart seems to be quite open, or that things seem to be okay in some way, like, or that you're not able to express your true feelings to somebody. Okay, you're wanting to move forwards, and I see you being in some kind of a partnership, or this could be something that you are longing for. Okay, group 3. So if you are in a partnership with somebody, I feel like there might be some repressed feelings or thoughts about your relationship that need to be spoken about. And it also could be a physical distance that you have between you two. You know, it could be a long distance relationship. But I do feel like you do work very well together as a team. You seem to be emotionally fulfilled in a lot of ways together. So that seems to be very good in that sense. If you're, of course, single, it could be something, as I said, that you're longing for. You're longing for teamwork and somebody to, you know, be that person that is able to help you in some ways. Because I get the sense that if you are on your own, you've been doing a lot on your own, and you've just been feeling a little bit lost and a bit worried about the future and whether you can handle all of these responsibilities by yourself. But I feel that you certainly can. You're more than capable of being able to handle these things on your own, because you have a lot of power within you. And I do sense that a lot of people listen to you, listen to your advice and take on your advice, but you also have to take your advice as well. So it's all right to give that advice, but if you're not able to take it yourself, then that might be a time to reevaluate the advice that you're giving. But of course, it's far easier to give advice than to actually take it on yourself and to implement those changes, because as humans we struggle to change at times. We struggle with change, and even though sometimes we feel like we need a change, when it actually arises, it can cause a sense of feeling unsettled because things are not the same. And that's the point. We're used to certain things remaining the same, and if things change, especially unexpectedly, that can cause a bit of a shake-up. So that might be something that you're battling with yourself at this moment, and not really wanting, I get the sense, yeah, of kind of wanting change but not wanting change. So being a little bit indecisive in some ways here. And I feel like the fact that we have this nothing is yet set in stone, it does seem to be this very flexible energy coming through. So, there could be something physically going on within your muscles and your flexibility. You could be feeling kind of stiff within yourself. You could be noticing that your muscles or your hands or your extremities, your hands, legs, feet, arms could be suffering with a little bit of tension, tightness. Maybe there's a sense of gripping on too tightly to something, okay, if you're experiencing those physical symptoms. But I'm also getting that there are quite a few changes going on within you. There could be, if you are a divine feminine watching this, there could be something going on with your menstrual cycle, okay, with all of this moon energy and all of this water here. So you could be suffering with things, relating to the root chakra, okay, so the reproductive system as well. So there could be something going on there with that, the reproductive system, the physical body, your muscles, your bones. Rather than, say, if it was the sacral chakra, that would be the water within your body, the blood, and those types of liquid things, if that makes sense. But the root is very much the physical stuff, the stuff you can see, touch, feel. So yeah, I get the sense it's more of those real physical pains that you might be suffering, but they may sort of come and go, is what I'm getting. They sort of pop in, pop out. So especially if that is, again, talking about the central nervous system, if something is pinching on a specific nerve, if you've got some tightness somewhere located within the body, and then, the nerve is then unable to then travel on its normal path. So it then creates a tension and a pinching pain. So that might be something that you suffer with. But it seems to me that whatever pains that you feel are definitely very fluid. Even think about the way the snake moves, and the snake is just one almost big muscle. The way that it moves its body is actually very fascinating to watch snakes, isn't it? The way that they're able to move their slither along without any extremities to help them move, but just in the sense of how their muscles are intertwined and how they operate is very, very clever. But again, it's that kind of moving, slithering. I'm doing this behind the camera. You probably can't see it, but I'm just doing this. Obviously, you know what snakes do, but that's just the vibe of, again, that mutable energy, the flexible energy, moving forwards, moving backwards, not quite feeling very stood still. So that also might be your energy of feeling insecure, in where you are, unstable. If you're someone that is traveling right now, you could be traveling for work. I know that that's difficult in these times, of course, but there are still people traveling, or people that are living in different countries than their own homes, or stuck in certain places. So that could be your energy right now, group 3, that you're kind of stuck and you're not really sure where you're going or what's going on. And that could again be physically manifesting within your physical body, okay? So you might get sort of shooting pains, but again, they seem to come and go. But the fact that you are watching this and you're drawn to this reading, this is also, you could deem this as a warning, okay? That if you're not careful, they may not be so much coming and going, but they may tend to stick around if you don't acknowledge what's going on and you don't make any changes to help yourself, okay? So let's just see what else is coming through for you. Teeth is also coming to me as well, okay? So I don't know if any of you are suffering with problems with your teeth, okay? Having some toothache or some pains there, which I feel for you. It's horrible having any kind of having any pain, of course, is not pleasant, but yeah, tooth pain can be quite debilitating. So there might be something going on with your teeth. Okay, just the fact that it's the wisdom. So it could be your wisdom teeth. Could be having wisdom teeth coming through. Maybe having some wisdom teeth removed. That could be something going on there. For some of you, it might be something to do with children. Okay, your own children if you have them. It could also be children if you work in an industry with children. There could be children there, or family and friends' children, or it could even be something that you've suffered with since childhood, on and off, okay? It could be something that is recurring. But the fact that it's come through, it's just something that's really important. But again, this comes back to that root chakra. So there could be something going on with, if you're trying to have children, okay? Or There could just be something going on, either, you know, with your fertility, or something that you might even be concerned about. Maybe it's something that you've been thinking about. I would like to have children, or, you know, I'm too young, or I'm too old, or, you know, just kind of talking yourself out of it in some way. Or you could even be pressured to have children. Maybe you're not ready to have children, but, you know, your partner or your family are pressurizing you to have children. So I feel like that could be then manifesting physically within yourself, like this feeling of repressed, or like the clock is ticking and this is what you should be doing, but you're not ready for it yet. And, you know, don't ever let anybody else pressurize you into having children, because that it's not something that should be taken lightly, and both parties should want to have that child, and you should want to, within your heart and soul, really want that child. Sometimes, you know, if it happens by accident, then that's just the way that it is, and they can be, it's such a blessing in that respect. And sometimes, you know, that's the universe's way of saying you'd make a great parent, but maybe you are not ready to make that physical action, and it needed to happen by accident necessarily. But I do feel that either way, it's something that we all, of course, should consider, because, you know, they're alive at the end of the day, and you want to be able to give them the best life that you can possibly afford in every sense, okay? So I do feel you may be going through this place of introspection, inner reflection, thinking about what you really want, what you desire, what you value in your life currently, and what you value looking forwards into the future. I do feel like success is something that has been on your mind, and something that you really want to have. And I feel more so for career or in creative endeavors for you. But of course, for some of you, this could be in terms of family and friends, wanting to have a successful family home and relationship where you can raise children. So this could be also with your career, reaching the top of the ladder. Okay, just feeling like that you have accomplished what you want in this life, I think, is something that has been plaguing you. But if you're able to just relax a little bit and go with the flow of the energy, you don't need to think too much about this. You don't need to be too rigid. And this is definitely telling you to just go with the flow a little bit more. You know, and if you are feeling certain pains, then that is your body saying, just relax a little bit. Notice where those pains are coming from. Take some time out. You know, nothing wrong with taking a bit of time out. It can actually be more helpful in the long run than to burn out completely and not be able to do anything. Okay, so I do feel that that's something that would be really helpful to you, is just to relax a little bit and just, you know, let nature take its course more so. You don't need to be so rigid in what it is that you want in your relationship, or in terms of career or family, friends, whatever it is plaguing you right now. I can definitely see that you've got a lot of love in your life. You've got a lot of achievements. You've got potential for travel as well. But you need to have more value within yourself, because you do have the wisdom. You have a lot of knowledge. You're somebody that is very knowledgeable in their particular field, or just overall. You have this thirst for learning, and maybe even for teaching. For some of you might be a teacher as well. And it might even be something that you're thinking of doing, and relaying the knowledge that you've accumulated over the years and wanting to share that. So, but I do feel, regardless, you know why and what's going on for you, but there's just a sense sometimes you just need to acknowledge it, or you need someone else to just tell you, right, this is it, relax. And the sooner you do that, the quicker you'll be able to get back to whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so sometimes you've got to see it like that. I just need to take a week off, and then I can get back to, you know, the way things were. However, I would also say that if the pains then continue, you're doing the same thing, then it might be saying that you need to change the way that you are working, or the way that you're behaving. If it creates the same physical problems, you know, RSI injuries, repetitive strain injuries, if you're doing the same exact thing for long periods of time without taking breaks, without stretching, then eventually that's going to start to cause issues. So it's about balancing out, especially if you do say something with one particular hand, or but you're using one dominant side of your body, even taking some time to try to use the other side of your body, the less dominant side, and creating more strength in that side, so you're not constantly using that one side of it all the time. And just notice how you're sitting. If you're somebody that works at a computer, which of course a lot of us are doing now, working from home, make sure that you are seated in a comfortable position, your spine is nice and straight, your shoulders are down, because sometimes we can hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and neck, and well, of course we can hold tension anywhere within our bodies, but especially being sat at a computer or a laptop, or you know, if you're on screens a lot of the time, you know, if your head is, if your body is slouched, your spine is slouched, and your head is down all the time, or your shoulders are very tense and high up, or maybe you're gripping very tightly even when you're typing or something and you're sort of being quite aggressive, if you're able to just relax a little bit more, drop the shoulders down, make sure that you're in a comfortable position, and try and find a more suitable setup that is good for your posture. Okay, whatever it is you're doing, you might not be sat at a desk, you might be doing, like I said, something physical or creative. Just make sure, if it's not a very comfortable position and you can't find another position that would help you, then just take breaks, you know, as much as you can, 15-minute increments, half an hour increments max, and then you can get back to it. Just make sure you're giving your body time to rest and rejuvenate in between. Okay, so I do hope that this resonated for you, and if it did, please let me know down in the comments below, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.